Here are a few reasons to support DC Intel. 1. Timely updates. Get the latest breaking news and intelligence updates as they happen. 2. Reliable information. Depend on us for accurate and credible news sources. 3. Insightful analysis. Gain deeper understanding with our expert analysis and comprehensive coverage. 4. Community engagement. Join a community of informed and engaged individuals who care about current events. 5. Transparency. We are committed to transparency in all our reporting, helping you to see the bigger picture. 6. Convenience. Stay informed on the go with easy access to updates through our social media platforms. Supporting DC Intel means staying informed and connected with the news that impacts our nation.
We would like to invite you to become a DC Guardian. A Guardian is someone who supports us with a gift of $10 a month. And you will also receive a beautiful DC decal so you can post your support. And also you will get email updates for Guardians only, plus special discounts on products and functions and conferences to come. Please click on the donate button on our eiobn.com website to support. Once again, on behalf of the Excellence in Online Broadcasting Network, thank you.
Let me assert my firm belief that the only thing we have to fear is fear itself. Nameless, unreasoning, unjustified terror, which paralyzes needed efforts to convert retreat into advance.
Every generation stands on the shoulders of the generation that went before. And so you see farther because you're standing taller than we did and can look farther. But at least give us the credit that you're seeing farther because you're standing on our shoulders. We don't have inflation because the people are living too well. We have inflation because the government is living too well.
And so, my fellow Americans, ask not what your country can do for you. Ask what you can do for your country. We dare not forget today that we are the heirs of that first revolution. Let the word go forth from this time and place to friend and foe alike that the torch has been passed to a new generation of Americans born in this century, tempered by war, disciplined by a hard and bitter peace, proud of our ancient heritage, and unwilling to witness or permit the slow undoing of those human rights to which this nation has always been committed and to which we are committed today at home and around the world.
If I give you one message to hold in your hearts today, it's this. The more people tell you it's not possible, that it can't be done, the more you should be absolutely determined to prove them wrong. Treat the word impossible as nothing more than motivation. Relish the opportunity to be an outsider. Embrace that label. Being an outsider is fine. Embrace the label, because it's the outsiders who change the world and who make a real and lasting difference. The more that a broken system tells you that you're wrong, the more certain you should be that you must keep pushing ahead. You must keep pushing forward. And always have the courage to be yourself.
All right, everybody. Happy Wednesday. I guess it's Happy Wednesday. Good Wednesday to you. Good Wednesday to me. Hopefully we'll have a good time today. How about that? And we'll see how much we can offend. I think that's another one. But yeah, good stuff today. Just trying to get settled in here. It's all crazy here. Lots of things going on in America. My chat went down. So those of you that put your name and address, your name in there. I may miss some people here because it's not in here. If I miss you, you'll have to just please understand. Anyway, I'm going to start off today's show a little different. We are 12 days, 11 hours, 49 minutes, and 22 seconds away from voting Donald Trump in as our president of the United States of America. So excited about that. A lot of stuff going on in America. So some of you, it's morning to you. So good morning, America. And some it's good day and good evening. If you're watching the replay, it's good luck with all the commercials that you're going to get. One thing I want to top off the show with, and I'll probably touch it again towards the end, but if not, moderators can kind of remind people. There is fake accounts going around, and there's only one DC Intel Live. That's me. There's a DC Intel 1. That is not me. That is not me. Everybody say that's not him. That's not him. DC Intel 1. That's not me. Also, in our chats, and even also in the replays, I've seen it. People pop it in and saying, hey, thank you so much for supporting. Love to make contact and give them some bogus email address. Do not email them back. Do not respond. Report them. Last thing I want is for anybody from this show to go, hey, there's an email address going around asking for money, and I'm not going to email you asking for money. Not going to happen. Not going to happen. So there's one. It's called DC Intel 1. That is not me. Period. Not me. I do not want anyone getting scammed. And when you, any kind of social media, when you start getting a little bit of an audience, you know, these scammers feel like they can jump in and take advantage. Do not let anyone contact you through the chat, or even on the replay saying, hey, I'm responding back to you saying, hey, you can contact me at such and such. Those are scammers. If you're trying to make contact with me, go to the eiobn.com website, and there's a place on there to make to message or make comments. You can put your information in there, what you want, and send it. It directly comes to email. And the reason why we did that is for this specific purpose. If you get a response back from me, and most of you do in due time, you'll see what email address that is. Now, with that being said, do not entertain those people. Just report them. Because as soon as the show was over yesterday, someone was already getting, several people got hit up by a scammer saying, hey, I'd like to make contact with you. And they made up some other phony Gmail account. Anyways, don't do it. If you do it and you get ripped off some sort of way, I am not responsible, neither is the show, because you were warned. What's up with all, got an ant crawling around over here. Jiminy Christmas. Where'd that come from? Anyway, live chat. Like I said, if I missed some of you, I'm sorry. Got Dallas, Texas in the house, Eastern Tennessee. I saw True Socials at Gabby. Yep, she did. Join the Republican Party last night. Yep. Hello. Let's see. Ethel. Hello. Hello, DC from Stanford, Kentucky. Thanks for all you do. East Jordan, Michigan. DC warm here in Hot Springs, Arkansas. Hope you got some good news. All right. You got some pretty decent good news today. Thank you for all your time. Good afternoon from Hamilton, Mississippi, Childersburg, Alabama. Hello, friend Sioux Falls, South Dakota in the house. Hello from Angela in Dalton, Georgia. I voted today, first early vote. Good deal. Hugs, DC, ARTX, Louisiana area. Okay, awesome. You're kind of central there. Heidi from Philadelphia, thank you for what you do. Thank you so much, Heidi. Hi from Winston-Salem, North Carolina. Good afternoon from Summerfield, Florida, Yukon, Oklahoma, Broken Arrow Pottery. Okay, whatever. Jeep Girl from Dallas, Texas. Hey, DC, listening from Indiana. As Indiana is preparing for Taylor Swift concert, I can't help but think she is evil. And there's definitely an agenda there pushing. And you're probably 100% right in that. There is an agenda. High DC opinion, vote early or vote in day. My opinion is always just vote the day of. That's just me personally. Everybody has their own preference, but that's just me. But if you want to do it early, do it early. It's all good. Beaufort, Georgia in the house. Yeah, vote early. So did my brother. Here in Kansas, there's a record number. There is a record number of voters out everywhere. It's crazy. It's good. It's crazy. Let's see here. Vote early, Trump. Yep. Jefferson City, Missouri. Madison, Alabama in the house. Mask does it. I know when Kentucky's over. Okay. Sorry, guys. Somebody asked me, said, don't mumble. I'm sorry. I'm just reading everybody's chats here. But what's up, brother, from an old E7 camera? Awesome. Thank you so much. Thank you for educating people. Thank you. Listening from Meansville, Georgia. Kamala is lying. Jezebel, so go Candace. All right. Hi, DC. Morgan's Point Resort, Texas in the house. Awesome. Wendy, Kansas in the house. Jasper, Tennessee. Listening from Lakewood Ranch, Florida. Columbia, Kentucky in the house. Hey, DC and Patriots. Chicagoland in the house. Good stuff there. Good pizza there. In Tulsa, you can. Okay. Hobbs, New Mexico. Listening from listening on the road back home. Oh, we'll be safe. Lisa from Montgomery, Texas. Razor Rift, DC in the house. That's right. Hello from Phil in Georgia. Hello. Solo in Indiana. Julie in Michigan. Hello, DC, watching from Michigan. Hello from Callahan, Florida. Love your show. Thank you so much. Hey, DC, Leona and Aaron here from Gig Harbor, Washington. We love your show. Thank you so much. Love the music, DC. I've been singing it all morning. Awesome. And just so you know, L Houston 77. I've actually already did all my stuff, and I'm waiting for them to shoot me back a date of when everything goes on all the iTunes and all that stuff. So it'll all be coming out soon. Hey, DC, Steve and Susan here listening from Howell, Michigan. Thank you so much. Culver, Indiana. America's Heartbeat is standing strong in Ironton, Ohio. Absolutely. Good deal. It's nationwide. It's awesome. Not even just nation. I mean, it's even in other countries right now. They're so looking at our election. It's crazy. Brighton, Colorado in the house. From South Louisiana, right? Bring it on. All right. Hello from Denham Springs. Hello, Saints Girl. Hello, DC from Kenai, Alaska. Hey, DC. KS vote on election day, or vote early. What do you think? All right, just add that one. Howdy, Alaska in there, Arizona in there, Grafton, Wisconsin there. Scammers are everywhere. Yep. I'm just looking here, guys, just to make sure I get through Hey, DC, can you comment on Tulsi G? I've been watching her for a very long time and it feels like she's a patriotic infiltrator who has been working behind the scenes for people and for Trump support. Yeah, we're going to talk about her in just a little bit. I've been getting emails that says you're answering questions that I haven't. Well, it's probably a scam then, Ethel. If you're getting emails from, I mean, you shouldn't be getting email from me at all, unless you're a guardian, or either you have responded to me and I responded to you. If you get anything else, it's not me. Greetings, DC, Dundalk, Maryland in the house. Brad had a great show last night. I didn't get a chance to hear it, but I'll go back and listen to it. Lancaster, Pennsylvania in the house. Gainesville, Texas in the house. They're also DC2 Intel. It popped up. Yep. You're going to see them everywhere, but just keep reporting them all. They're all fake. Everyone but me. Everyone but me. Don't report me as fake. Let's see here. Monroeville. Hey, DC and Patriots. Hello, Minnesota in the house. Iowa in the house. Oklahoma City checking in. Rose. Terre Haute, Indiana. Why do I keep saying Louisiana? It's crazy. Rob from Beaverton, Oregon. Hey, DC from Minnesota, land of tampon, Tammy. Knucklehead and Pete. Absolutely they are. Steph Will, DC, love you. Thank you so much. Love you back. Hello from Lebanon, Missouri. I'm trying to look and see Long Island in the house. Good deal. Georgia in the house. Why is Trump telling everyone to vote early? Reasons why. Yeah, I'll talk about that here in a second. Let me pin that so I can go back to that. Oops. Let's see here. Man, the chats are going crazy here. Sorry about that. Your sound's not cutting out. I'm waiting for the chat to come up. Long Island, I got that one. Georgia, Brighton is in the house. Michigan, Brighton, Michigan. Two Hoosiers listening from French Lick, Indiana. Hello, DC. Hello to you. Let's see here. Hey, DC from Appleton, Wisconsin. You know, when I was a kid, yes, I do need cheese. When I was a kid, there was this guy. My parents were big church people. He was an evangelist. His name was Lance Appleton. Lance Appleton. He played harmonica. He was pretty badass. He was actually from Appleton, Wisconsin. I remember that as a kid. Man, I was like real young, but man, he was one of these people that, you know, he had a rough life, but had a great story. Got himself together. Is Jeff Sessions working with President Trump on indictments? I can neither confirm or deny on that. Hello from Ohio. Port Charlotte, Florida. Survived the hurricane 2 years ago. Yep. Howdy from Amite, Louisiana. Better late than never, right? You're exactly right. Hi from Red, California. Man, wouldn't that be absolutely crazy? Be awesome. I believe we're going to see a whole lot more red than we are blue this time. Like legitimately, not like doctored up by Fox News and CNN. I think we're going to see, I think it's going to be really eye-opening for a lot of Americans, and it's going to be a lot of ball busting for a lot of Americans. ADC from Columbus, Georgia. Ballots in my area are showing up with the wrong names and addresses. Yep, you're going to have that, just like there's fake DCs out there trying to imitate, trying to mock, but they can never duplicate. Royalton, Minnesota in the house voted today. They asked to see ID. Oh, good deal. Let's see here. Even if you go to vote and they say, and they're not even asking you for an ID, still pull out your ID and go, hey, this is who I am. Here you go. Here you go. That way they see it, and it kind of throws it up in their face. Hey, you're not doing your job. You need to be really doing this. Holden Beach, North Carolina in the house. Nino and Heidi from Michigan. Love your show. Thank you so much, Michigan. I'll be out there in a couple weeks in Detroit. Let's see. All right. Hello from Georgetown, Kentucky. DC, do you know how people displaced from the storms are doing? Are going to be able to? Yep. Yeah, the people that were displaced from the storms. Here's the thing. There is going to be people that cannot vote, or people that don't even have the want to go vote, just for the fact of just the disaster is so much for them. But I still think we're going to be okay. I think we're going to be okay. I think I'm late, Trish. Okay, from you. Okay. But my membership from locals, do you not use that? I locals is just part of the Rumble thing. And I will say this, if you are, and not saying it's a bad thing, if you are supporting through locals, you're better off. And here's the thing, I would much rather you get the bang for your buck than just some subscription from local, because locals is just automatic thing. It comes with Rumble. I would just do it as a guardian because it's cheaper. And also, all the money goes into the station and our calls here, versus if you're doing a membership through some other place like locals, you're not really getting anything. And I got news on that too. I'll talk about it here in a second, but let me get through this here. Ohio in house, DC, thank you. Rumble's working so far. Yep. DC, we have to take our money, bank account, swap over this. I wouldn't do that right now. I wouldn't do nothing like that with your money. Wouldn't take it out and swap over to anything right yet. Sound is on. Yep. Iowa in the house. I'm almost done, guys. Sorry. Bellefontaine, Ohio, Great Smoky Mountains. Our anniversary trip. Well, that's awesome. Happy anniversary to you guys. Hopefully it's a good one. Hey, DC from McAllen, Texas. Listening from Rumble. Greer's Ferry, Arkansas. Okay. Did an absentee ban. Okay. If I missed anybody, I'm sorry, but the chat is really screwed up. Could not help that. Okay. So 12 days. 12 days, guys. 12 freaking days. You should really be excited. You should be excited. Stay away from crack. Stay away from crack, kids. That's right. Yeah, 12 days, 11 hours, 34 minutes, and 16 seconds. And I'm excited. I'm not going to lie. I'm excited because as much as, now here's the thing, is 6 months ago, you know how much panic, everybody that even listens to this show, how much doubt and fear we've had, but how far we've came so far in this journey with President Donald Trump. And even though we have goofies and all these stupid things going on and things that ruffle our feathers, and we do talk about that, sometimes we miss the real thing here. And the real thing is we're going to turn America back. We stepped up to the plate in North Carolina and Florida, and it's not even over. It's not even over. I mean, it's just that was a one shot there. There's still people that are still displaced. They're trying to build bridges now. There's so many different other infrastructure projects going on just to try to get things back up that it's crazy. And, the message that was sent to FEMA and to federal government was kiss our crack. Kiss our crack. Because we stood up and we stepped up to the people, for the people, because we are the people. And for us to become separated from the government teat, we must step up and help Americans. With that being said, someone yesterday made a comment, says, I said I'm going to have a shirt, but I do have some shirts that's coming out. One says, who can I offend today? That's the other one. Up and vanish like a fart in the wind. That's your politicians. Here's the thing, and kiss my crack. These are the shirts that's coming out on DC Intel. Great Christmas gifts, right? Anyway, but I got people that's always going, man, you crack me up with some of the stuff you say, because it just flies out, man. It just flies out. I'm an old, I'm not, I call myself a redneck, but I'm not really a redneck. I'm more of a thug. Yeah, DC Diddy, yeah. But anyway, not really. So, yeah, a lot of things going on. Yesterday we talked about how the Jamal Bryant thing and all that good stuff. Just so happens, what happened was yesterday is the Donnie Swaggart on Sunday, he had addressed the whole thing with Jamal Bryant and Kamala Harris, and of course, anyways, I guess you really have to be completely comfortable in your skin as a guy to wear pink shoes and all that stuff. I don't know. I grew up in the time where we just went, hey, it's a fruity. They're fruits. Whatever. You can call it racist, whatever. I don't care. Because guess what? Hey, there's another one. It's my show. I'll write that one down. I'll say what I want because it's my show. How about that? Anyway. Anyway. Sure. There we go. I'm like a rabbit, guys. I got like a ton of things to do and a ton of stuff here. But anyways, Donnie Swaggart, he addressed this, and it was probably up on, it was social media for probably a couple hours, then it got removed. And then I was like, oh man, I cannot believe it. Normally I'll save it, didn't save it. But then one of my friends was like, hey, you sent that to me. I'll send it back to you. So guess what, guys? I'm actually going to play what I tried to play yesterday. And it wouldn't work yesterday because the powers that be. But anyway, we're going to start off the show with this and see who we can tick off today. Hey, don't this sound great?
And I'm going to tell you right now, I'm going to be, for the statement I'm about to make, I'm going to be called a racist. And I will be called every name under the sun. But somebody needs to stand up and speak to the black church. When the largest African-American Pentecostal denomination, when that leader stands up and said, I endorse that woman, he was saying, I endorse murder. I endorse homosexuality. I endorse lesbianism. I endorse transgenderism. I endorse every evil that hell could prosper or bring up to the right. That's wrong, folks. And the black church votes predominantly for the party that is anti-God. What's going on here? What's going on? See, my statement to them is this. We've had them call into the program. I don't like it when you talk about like this. Well, no, the problem is they don't like it because we're stepping on their toes. Hello? But I guarantee you, if 1860 was today, they wouldn't say a word about preachers preaching against slavery. They would trumpet it, and they should. So then, why will not the African American church stand up for righteousness and stand up for the Word of God? Come on, church. Come on. You can call me a racist. You can call me every name under the sun, but I am right. I come against you in the name of the Lord Jesus Christ. You don't vote for somebody just because mama voted them or daddy voted for them, but you vote according to the Word of God. Come out from among them and be ye separate, says the Lord of hosts. If you are a Christian, start acting like a Christian. If you claim to be holy and righteous, start acting holy and start acting righteous. Now, I will be called a racist. I will be called every name under the sun because I get their emails. But I want to serve notice on the devil right now. I like what old Uncle Bud Robinson, the Nazarene evangelist, he said, as long as I got fists, I'm going to hit the devil. When I can't pick up my hands anymore, I'll use my feet and I'll kick the devil. And when I can't kick him and hit him anymore, I'll bite him. And when I don't have any teeth left, I'll gum the devil to death. I will not be silent. I will not shut up. This country is too great. This country is too important. This country was birthed by God.
And there you have it, folks. And for that, people are called racist for speaking up. Against this. and understand Donnie Swagger has a strong platform. That's his, that, he can do whatever he wants to do. I think we all can do whatever we want to do. But the fact is, when you when you use your platform to continually push the narrative of not what's right, but what's black, you're the problem with America. You're the problem with America. But yet these same people will holler out at people like me, oh, they're the problem. They're the problem with America. The problem is that we exercise our free speech. The problem is that you don't like it. And the problem is we don't bow down to your gods. And the problem is we don't bow down to your candidates. And just because we don't bow down to your candidate does not mean we're racist. The last election, I actually, Trump was doing his thing, going around from place to place. And, I supported it. And got tickets for one of the event. Was going to go to it. And I actually had some friends that were church friends. Here we go again. God, I wasn't going to go on this road, but it's amazing. But anyway, so church friends, right? Here we go. And I'm on my social media just posting stuff about Trump and, different things. I like to pick. I like to have fun. So I would take pictures and, put little words with them and put them out there. So like that. Little did I know it was really pissing a lot of church people off. It's really ticking them off. Just aggravating them. And because here's the thing. Here's the thing. There's your shirt. I have a ton of African American friends. When I say a ton, I mean a ton. And that's the thing is they all know I'm not a racist. And also, they're educated enough to see what goes on in America. They're not dumb enough to continue to follow the slave owner. That's the same collar of them. That's the problem. That's what's been going on in America. People like the amazing racist Al Sharpton, Jesse Jackson, people like that choose that has been total government narcs. Just so you know, that has been total narcs. Well, let me call it what the street calls it: rats. But because of who they are, because they call themselves a reverend, it's okay. And so what I ended up doing is I was going to go to this event. Well, my one friend was like, he just texted me and he was like, church boy. So I guess you're going to the Trump thing. Well, yeah, that's why I posted on my social media, douchebag. And he was like, okay, well, you go be with your boy Trump. And he kept being smart about it. So what I did is I tagged myself at that event on Facebook. And then I also tagged him as being there with me at that event. Well, it didn't set too well with his church friends that he goes to church with. And so after that, he severed our friendship. Now I'm talking someone that I've known for years in the church. But because of this thing with Trump, everybody said, oh, pushing the narrative. He's a racist. It's amazing that the racists will turn around and accuse someone else. And so, anyway, I know I'm taking a second here. I'm just thinking about this. It's kind of crazy, really. Because he severed that relationship, deleted me on social media. I called him one time, wouldn't answer the phone. Called him a different time, wouldn't answer the phone. You see how petty this is? Do you see how petty? Very petty. So after all this time, about 5-6 months ago, I saw him. He's like, "Hey, man, how you doing? I'm good. Man, I got to talk to you." "Yep, talk to me." He says, "Man, I hated the fact that you were voting for Trump. Man, I done you wrong, man. I shouldn't have, just totally done away with our friendship because of that." I mean, and so, I take that opportunity to just truly speak to it. And I said, "Well, you're exactly right. You acted like a little pussy. You acted like a baby over my right to vote. Do you understand? My right to vote. My right to vote to whoever I want to." So, and the thing is when you express your free speech of, "Hey, I'm going to vote for Trump," and somebody don't like it, it's amazing how they go berserk on you, call you racist, everything. When Joe Biden and the Democratic Party has been the number one people, Joe Biden's just been a forefront for his racist party. And that's what it's been, a racist party. And it's amazing how people will not, they'll see it black and white. Oh, don't God, don't say black and white. You're back on the racist thing. Yep. But it's black and white, but yet they'll still choose to vote for people that don't have their best interest at heart. They are more, and here's the thing. I believe let's just say the Republican Party, let's just let's just erase here voting Republican or Democrat. Say there was an independent party, and the independent party was literally way better than Democratic, Republican, all that. And you had your choices. Do you choose the bad man that's a Republican, that's a racist? Everybody, it's amazing that people will form their opinions over something they've heard third party or something they've seen on TikTok or whatever. Especially nowadays when AI is so strong. That form our opinions that someone is a racist, they're a hater, they're this, they're that, and never even have met them or anything. But if they're in a bind and they need help, and say that person that they say is a racist would come out and say, "Hey, I want to help you." By God, they'd say, "Oh, absolutely right. Yeah, you help us. Because at the end of the day, they still don't care. They're just there to use you for your money. And in America, we've been seeing this. Donnie Swagger did his thing. I did my thing the other day, and I don't care who got mad at me. I really don't. We had 75 people, boom, drop out at one time. You think I give a rat's ass? I don't. Let's see. Okay, here we go. DC, there's a video going viral all over Rumble, Twitter, and X, and YouTube saying that get ready for martial laws coming Saturday. Do you know anything? Yes, I do. People, it goes back to what I've said all along. There are people that do nothing but proclaim, prophesy, and say things on social media to make people upset, to make you panic. Could martial law happen Saturday? It could happen right now. It could happen right now. But here's the thing. Who's the person that's putting this information out? What is their background? Where do they come from? Where do they get their intel from? Because if they're giving dates, that's a dead giveaway. That is not going to happen. Oh, but what would happen if it actually did happen? Well, then I guess it would happen. But my point is this: we can stay so focused on the negative things and the people that, just like race baiters, you have people that are panic baiters. They put things out to make people panic. It's like and I'm not down on anybody here. I'm being legit here. It's like your older community. They get a bill in the mail, they go and pay it. 2 weeks later, they get a bill in the mail, they go pay it. If they can afford it. But the bill ain't due. Bill ain't due. And your bill companies, people that will bill you for water, electric, whatever it is, they purposely do that. It's an automated system. They'll send it out a week or 2 weeks early to you. So if you're paying it every time you get it, you're paying your bill every 2-3 weeks, which is absolutely crazy. And you're wondering why you can't get by. Wonder why why am I struggling so bad? Well, you need to look at the way you're doing things and paying things. Is it right? It's the same thing. Same thing. But I'm not, but here's the thing. On Saturday, what is, and whoever's posting that online, what's the reasoning of this martial law that they're saying is going to happen on Saturday? What is the reason for it? Why is it going to happen? You're exactly right, Monica. Please send it to me. Moto Yehoder. They all want to be the one that breaks the story. Yeah. Everybody, here's the thing. Everybody wants to be the one that breaks the story. I don't want to be the one that just breaks the story. I want to be the one that. Okay, let me stop here. I don't want to be the one that breaks the story. I want to be the one that brings intel enough to give to you to where you can prepare before the story happens. That's me. Because there's no glory and nothing gained in breaking a story. And there are people like that, especially church people. They love to run to be the first to tell you that so-and-so had an affair, that so-and-so, they got caught last night. What were they doing? Well, it was pretty bad, but what were they doing? Oh, I can't say, but it was horrible. But, oh my God, did they kill somebody? I can't say. But what happened? Please tell me what happened. Oh my God, what happened? They got caught stealing a can of tuna at the Dollar General. I'm sorry, Dollar General. Dumb stuff. But let's get ourselves in a panic. And that's why it's best to keep your head on your side of the fence and your body on your side of the fence versus going over in somebody else's field. Because if you go in somebody else's field and try to pick their crops or any of that stuff, then you're liable to get your hands knocked off. But anyway, let's see here what we got here. Okay, they're going to send me the video. Yeah, please do. Okay, Enforcer. Who is the biggest? It's fixing to happen. Well, there's actually going to be 2 big arrests that actually happen. And yeah. No fear for me. You're right. Hillary is getting arrested according to Q. Hopefully this will happen. And it depends on, and that's the other thing. There are so many different Q things now that it's unbelievable. Here's the thing. You got Abercrombie and Fitch yesterday. You got the rest going down with that. That is the tip of the iceberg. Let me see if I can find it here. I actually got my hands on some dockets. In a case. And in this case, it's something that you probably, it's something that you don't have. But in this case, you have the plaintiffs of Joe Biden, Kamala Harris, several governors, certain people within the military, United States Military Armed Forces, Department of Defense, and not only that, when I told you that it goes way beyond Diddy, this is what I mean. Because what you're seeing now is you've seen Diddy. That's you know he's the music one, right? He's the music perv, and then you had Weinstein, which was the movie, motion movie, whatever you want to call it, perv. Then you had Epstein, which was the politician's perv, and then now you got Abercrombie, which is the business perv. And not only that, in the docket you have also American Airlines. How about that one? How about American Airlines? How about Alaska Airlines? Think about that one. How about Federal Express? How about UPS? WestJet Airlines? Japan Airlines? Air Canada? U.S. Airways? Virgin Airways? And now you want to know how people have been trafficked. I told you last week. There could be big arrests next week. Gonna be happening. It's happening. Every day it's happening.
But I still don't see it, DC. I just don't see it.
Well, you have to open your eyes to see it. What we're entering in now, you realize what phases, let me just break this down to you, the phases that we've been in. Because everybody says nothing's happening. Nothing's happening.
I just don't see it.
But you got the whole Epstein episode that went down. Then you got the whole Weinstein episode that went down. And then you got the whole Diddy thing go down. And then you got Abercrombie. You got the business side going down. And they're all scattering around. These are all, if you want to know what it is, it's controlled arrests. It's controlled arrests. Because if you go through and you wipe out all of them at once, there is a lot of panic and a lot of people, rats, run. If you give them the whole thing, remember, and I'm not a big fan of George Bush, but you remember that whole, when we went to war, the shock and awe. That's what they called it. Because it just hit them and whoa. That is, yes, I will, Tessie, I will address that in a second. That's what's happening. Because controlled arrests are this. You go in, you do your legwork, you do your paperwork, you do everything you're going to be doing, right? And then what happens is, when they least expect it, you show up. That's why when you execute a warrant, you don't show up in the middle of the day. That's why you don't want to know why 90% of these arrests, when you issue a warrant, you go to execute one, that you're out there at 4 or 5 in the morning. I can't believe all these bangs at 5:30 in the morning. Sound like someone blowing up my neighborhood. It's because dirtbags like to stay up late. Now, if you stay up late, I'm not calling you dirtbags, so don't take offense. But these criminals will stay up late doing their own thing. And then finally, around 4 or 5 in the morning, when they're done with themselves, they lay down and go to bed. And then when they're in their sleepy moments, that's when we show up and go, I come to rock your world. Yeah, that's that kind of thing. Well, Enforcer Nova will tell you who's getting arrested because it's none of the American people's business right now. That's just the bottom line. It has nothing to do with. Here's the thing: a lot of people get bent out of shape over that. Well, I want to know. Well, you want to know, but you want to put all the officers' lives at risk, just because people want to know. We deserve to know. You're going to know. But you're not going to know before it happens. No one will. Do you understand? A lot of times when certain high level arrests are done, they don't just go and go, hey, everybody, we're looking for so-and-so, and we're going to go grab them today. No, they don't. You don't even know the layout of where you're going until that day or that morning, maybe an hour or 30 minutes prior to knocking doors. That's how it works. Unless you have long-term people that have been in there and have, really documented how the building's laid out, all these different things. It's about safety. It's about safety. It's not about people not being able to know. It's not about, because here's the thing. If I said today exactly XYZ who it is, by tonight, there'll be 30,000 views on all over the place, on TikTok and everywhere. This is who's getting arrested next. This is who's getting arrested next. And guess who it puts in danger? The people that's executing these federal warrants. That's how it happens. That's why a lot of times American people don't know, because American people know how to keep their mouth shut. Everybody, it goes back to that. I want to be the first to tell it. I want to be the first to go on TikTok. I want to be the first to go on Twitter. That's the thing. It's not about you can't know. It's about on a need to know basis. And I'll be honest with you. Sometimes you don't even know who you're getting. This is the person. This is who we're looking for. Here's a picture of them. They'll give you a picture. They'll send you a picture to your phone. You're on this part. You're on this part. You're on this part. You're on this part. Several different areas. It's beyond the TV show Cops, and it's beyond CSI and all that other stuff. It's beyond all that. It's very, very. It's very dangerous. Very dangerous. All right. So anyway, so you have all these different controlled arrests is what they are. They're controlled. And they have to be that way due to the fact of safety. Anyway, let me go on to this one here. Trying to see what else is here. Yeah, someone asked me about Tulsi Gabbard. Yeah, Tulsi Gabbard says she's going to be a Republican now, which is good. I mean, a lot of people have their own thoughts on that. Of hey, maybe maybe she's a spy. Maybe she's that. I'm going to be honest with you. She'll get found out if she is. But I truly believe that she's someone that wants to see America do better. And she realizes that the party that she's with is not going to do that. The party she's with is just going to continue to hold people down. And there's nothing wrong with that. That's a great thing. It's a great thing when there's an awakening and people go, hey, I'm coming over because I realize that, it's crappy. Something I was going to talk about the other day, and it goes back to Diddy and the music thing. We've been, you understand how Nashville got real quiet? How the whole Nashville Diddy thing got quiet, whoever's it. Well, Jelly Roll, he put a thing out and says, I've learned a lot about how slimy the music business is this week. Don't worry, y'all know I'm going to expose it soon. He ain't going to expose jack crap. This whole thing is smoke and mirrors, y'all. All that stuff that they be talking about is real. Well, let me say this here. Of course, John Rich, the country star, he's like, be honest, how many times have you invited, how many times that you've been invited to the Bohemian Grove? And of course, he doesn't respond. And so here's the thing. Do you think Jelly Roll is going to expose it? No, I don't. They'll have his big old butt in a casket if he tries that stuff. He's not that influential that he can be the savior of the music industry. What I believe in that, I believe that Bunny is his handler. And that's how I believe in that. And the reason why I touched on that is because someone asked me about that. Yeah. So, I mean, although he put the statement out there, a lot of people will put statements out there, especially in the industry, and we're going to start seeing more and more of this. People put statements out there saying, oh, I don't support this, or I don't said that, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, it's not for the factor that they're trying to come out and be, expose it. It's just that they're afraid that they're going to be named. Wow. Kim Clement said there would be a woman God is bringing us, and she has been anointed. Right, he did. And let me say this. I know I'm kind of over the place today, but I'm just, it's okay. It's just Wednesday, right? Nobody's in a big hurry. Where am I here? So yeah, Kim Clement. So there, and this is a perfect example of the stuff that we see or hear on social media that will instill panic. And panic is because we've heard Kim Clement's prophecies, and a lot of people go, "Oh, he's fake, he's phony, he's fake, he's phony." Well, he's been more accurate than you have, Jack. And he's fake, he's phony, whatever. Well, he's been way more accurate than half the prophets that's in your own church. But anyway, there's other prophets on there. There's a woman on there. It's like, thus says the Lord. That, you remember, like I told you yesterday, if you're going to try to be educated, at least I don't even try to say. I just say where the heck comes out. And that's what makes me who I am. Because I'll get people say, you probably should work on your pronunciation. I'm like, yeah, whatever. I'm not trying to portray anything. I'm not trying to portray to be a doctor of theology or any of that stuff. I'm rough cut. That's it. And there's a lot of I watched a couple last night that people sent me. Hey, check this out. The one is saying, "Thus says the Lord." Well, I'm already lost, guys. I'm not kidding you. I'm not trying to make fun, but yet at the same time, I'm poking, because if you're going, here's the thing. If God is speaking through someone, like truly speaking through someone, don't you think that he would have correct wording of what he's saying? It's what I said yesterday. We go back to the whole thing of, so and so, we're going, prophecy. That's what we're on, prophecy. Thus says the Lord of hosts, I am he, thou sayest my God, have mercy. I'm already lost. I've already turned it off. I'm not going to lie to you. If you cannot start it out with, like, legitimately, like, good God, say what you're going to say and mean it. But by God, don't sound like you just crawled out of the rat hole out of Chicago. Sorry, Chicago. Seriously. You would think that God himself, when he speaks through people in this prophecy or whatever, that he can communicate to the people. Think of that. Wow. It's like evangelists, to fire people up, they got to put the sh to everything they think. God says that we are his called and his mighty people. I'm already hyperventilating. I've got a bag to my face, going there. I'm breathing. And I still don't have a crap clue what they said. And I'm not mocking any people that you go, oh my God, touch not my anointing, do my prophet no harm. Trust me, y'all take that way too far. Because if Jesus was here, he would call them out. He would call them out. Hey, if you're speaking the true word of the Father, then by God, say it right. Communicate it right. Because I'm lost. I'm lost on the SHs. I'm lost on the not man of God, M-A-N-D, man of God. Come on. This is the commercialization of religion, the theatrics of it. Let me throw the oil. Let me pray the fire of God. The fire of God be upon you. The fire of God. Let me tell you what. You better watch what you pray for. You better watch what you pray for. People throwing things around that they shouldn't be throwing around. And that, what I'm trying to say is, if you're going to listen to some of these people, you need to pick a little bit better people. Because one person's saying Trump's going to be shot. One person's saying Trump's going to be wounded. One person's saying Kamala's going to win. One person's saying, and I'm going to tell you flat out, okay? I don't beat around the bush, but I'm going to tell you flat out. It's always, always, always the black prophets and the black prophetesses that always prophesy the black card. I mean, seriously. What about Julie Green? What about her? Somebody said, wow, really? What about, I don't know. What about her? Did I mention her name? Nope. You know what, Kelly? Here's the thing. Okay, so someone, for those of you who listen, someone says, please don't get upset for us asking us to DC, but could Julie Green be working with the CIA? No stone throwing here, please. Well, let me just tell you this. I don't know that for a fact or anything, but here's the thing. Anything is possible. Kim Clement did. Oh my God, for my new listeners that have just pooped in your pants that I said that. You need to go back and listen. You need to research Kim Clement. Kim Clement was part of the Starlight and all these other things that were going on years and years ago with the CIA and the FBI, and they called it remote viewing. And they come to him because of his prophecies. Kim Clement come to his door, to his house, knocking on his door. He wasn't there. His mama was there. They come into the house. She don't really speak that much English, and she's pointing up at the ceiling because she thinks they're there to work on the air conditioner. Well, here they are, the FBI and all them all climbing up in the attic thinking he's got like some sort of thing that he's got all these secrets in. But it's not. But he's known as a great prophet, right? But yet, years later, it comes out that he was with the CIA too, and the FBI, with these projects. So I'm not saying Julie Green is, because Lord knows if we would say anything like that now and it be true, we would get stoned to death right now by the religious community that are all over her. I'm not throwing her under the bus, but I'm saying these days anything is possible. Anything is possible. Nothing would surprise me. The only thing that would surprise me, if a monkey crawled out of Donald Trump's butt, then I would be like, holy crap, I am shocked. But I really don't think that's going to happen today. So anyway, yep, here we're actually, DW Brown 77. Absolutely. Kim Clement's daughters said that did the CIA seeked him out and came to his house. Absolutely. Absolutely. And the thing was, they were wondering how in the world is he so accurate? Why is he saying this stuff? So then they approached him about, hey, there's these other things, yada, yada, yada. A lot of people don't realize that Kim Clement was really used in that element with the FBI, CIA to find missing children. Does that make him evil? Or does that mean that he just had a gift and he used it in other areas? So anyways, anything's possible these days. Shoot, anything's possible. Anyway, I've had some really good emails come through. I'm trying to get to everybody. And I am going to shift gears here a little bit, because there's people that listen to our show, and I understand that they're not, and I'm grateful for everyone that listens and everyone that hates me and everyone that doesn't listen anymore. I'm just grateful. And we'll get to NESARA. Hang on a second. But anyway, reach out to you and they tell you they love the show, all this other stuff. And I'm very grateful for that. But there's a lot of people that just in America, but people listen to the show that have physical ailments. And I'm not going to call anybody out or anything like that. But people have physical ailments. I mean, for God's sake, who doesn't have something physical wrong with you? I mean, seriously. So, anyways, all these ailments, and I understand. Some people are just bedbound. Some people are in a wheelchair, and I hate that. I really hate that. And they've asked me about the med beds, the white hats. People hearing about the med beds, and people. And here's the thing: it's really sad that we hear about all these things, and yet we still suffer. And yes, it is a hope of things. Do med beds exist? Yes, they do. Now, before everybody runs and some people go, woohoo, great. And then the other side goes, oh, he's crazy. Before all that stuff, you have to understand like I said yesterday, NESARA, there's a price to be paid. There's a price to be paid for everything, guys. Nothing's free. And with even the med beds, the hope is to get to the point to where they are able to be used with public. And what I mean by that is this. There has to be trial and error with anything, right? And I get it. Some people are like, I'm in so much pain. I've got so much problems. I mean, I'd be willing to be a guinea pig. Trust me, I know people like that. And I understand. I don't get mad at them. I understand. But with that, it's not 100% where it should be. You're talking a slash between, and when we think med beds, everybody thinking, hey, I get in there, I've got cancer, I've got, ligaments that are messed up, I got muscles, I got this, and it's just going to heal me. I'm just going to tell you guys, it's not there yet. It's not all the way there yet. I don't care. And listen to me. I don't care what any supposedly person with intel or that person that has, I know of a friend of a friend of a friend that knew a friend that jumped in a friend's med bed, and that friend's med bed, I mean, seriously, I'm talking about 100% accurate here. Is the technology there? Almost. If you think little Bobby from back in the woods is building the med bed, no. Is it built off of Tesla technology? Is it built off of all? Absolutely. But, and this is one of those things that someone has been like, hey, we're just going to release this out there. And we're just going to release this out there to the public. And the public's going to get excited. But here's the thing. You can release it out there that the med beds are coming, or they're there, or they exist. Well, when you say they exist, everybody thinks, hey, there's thousands of them waiting on us. And it's not the case. That is a perfect example of some things you just can't really tell because it brings false hope right now, not for future. Not for future. But or not for now, but for future. There are all, wait a minute, somebody just posted it. Health issues, don't need research, look from, there's all kinds of national, listen to me, natural remedies. One of the things I deal with is rheumatoid. I've always been active, very active. And sometimes I have rheumatoid kicks in very bad. Well, someone told me, says, hey, you need to go to this salt cave. And I thought, yeah, whatever. I need something to really helped me. And so I, for kicks and giggles, ended up going, made an appointment, ended up going there with them. We go there to the salt cave, and we're in there like 30 minutes. And for 30 minutes, or 45 minutes, whatever it was, for 30 minutes, 45, it doesn't matter. I don't even care at this point. I just know I'm going back. But for that time, I had no pain, no aches, could breathe perfect. It was amazing. And I'm going back. But there's all kinds of things that can help us get through. Now, then it comes the next part. Okay, well, how can I afford this stuff? Well, that's another thing. Because here's how it works: is if I say med beds are here, they exist right now, and you have a legitimate issue, and you can't get to them, it is total psychological and mental torture to deal with that. It's torture. Because you're like, oh my gosh, if I could just get there, if I could do. And what happens is that ends up causing fear, ends up causing you doubt, ends up calling you, go, well, this doesn't even work. There's all this other stuff. Where is Salt Caves? There's one up on the Virginia line. What's that called? Shoot. Actually, Virginia. It's White Sulphur. I think it's White Sulphur Springs, West Virginia, maybe. Is it where the Greenbrier is? Where the Greenbrier? You can look it up. Yeah, and a lot, and I get it. People take medicine; they have to. But here's the thing: is with the med beds, you can't lose hope in it, but you also can't have all the faith in it that it's going to cure all. Because myself, I know that it probably will be after I'm gone. I mean, honestly, unless something really takes place in the next 3.5 years, and any kind of thing that they call medical or any of that stuff has to go underneath certain, medical oversight. And the pharmacies ain't gonna let that happen, right? Because they like that moolah, they like that money. They have salt rooms in Lexington, Kentucky. Huh, cool. That's pretty cool. Yeah, someone put in there, it's in White Sulphur Springs. Okay, well, good deal. I have a question. So there's many people MIA for the longest time, and then their name comes out and they have been sex trafficking or something treasonous. Then you see them in commercials, well, you will going to see them in commercials, because the fact is they're not paid by they're paid spokespeople. And here's the thing: you are seeing companies that will continue to support actors and actresses or musicians or singers or whatever that we know for a fact have been that way. And also, I mean, for the longest time, people was bitching about Target. Oh my gosh, with Target, they've got all this big old thing for LGBTQ and blah, 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 and I don't support that at all. And then when it comes time to buy something, I'm going to Target. My thing is this: don't do business with people that don't have your best interests at heart, or your political views or your religious views. I mean, if it was you and you had a restaurant and some Democrat didn't like it, you had a Trump sign up there, they would probably boycott you, probably bust your windows out, or either not come and do business with you. Paducah, Kentucky has one, as someone says. Snoop Dogg has been all over the place, and I have noticed that. But Snoop Dogg's days are numbered in that stuff. The Voice, all those people, their goose is about to get cooked. Can I say it? Yeah. Blacker than black. Overdone. I'm going to change gears a little bit here. We've had problems with Rumble, had problems with YouTube. YouTube, they've whatever, buttholes. Rumble is always glitching, all that stuff. I have finally come across a company. I'm working on them with a demo. And what it will be is for our Guardians, it'll just be part of what they get. It'll be they'll have a link to it or a login or whatever. They'll be able to go to this site when we finish creating it. We're doing the demo, working on that, but you'll be able to go in there at any time, watch any show with no commercials at all. Just stream it free anytime you want to. You'll have access to it. That'll be for our Guardians. And then also, that will also work over to where we can actually integrate that into our TV station. So it's actually moving a little bit quicker than what I thought, because I thought it would be next year sometime before even the TV thing. But with all the goofy stuff that goes on with Rumble and all that, and for the people that is, I'll just say this, for the people that are subscribing through locals, I would cancel that subscription, and I would go to the EIOBN and become a Guardian there, because you're going to be able to, in the very near future, be able to have your own platform to where we can chat, all that stuff, and not have bots coming in. And then for those that don't pay, to be a Guardian, they can still watch it free through Rumble and YouTube, but they'll have to go through the commercials and all that, because I actually, at the end of the day, if I can, I go back and listen to the show, see, because I'll listen to it and then see where I offended someone or whatever. But yeah. But anyway, it's good stuff. We are still working on doing an event in Nashville and also in Louisiana. Hopefully next week I'll have dates. And coming January, February, we're coming to Florida. We're going to come to Florida. And at least somewhere around there. And got some good stuff. And here's the thing. We got great things going on in America. We got, I mean, it really is. It's a great time to really be alive. And the thing with this show is the fact that we can all come together and become greater people, expand our minds a little bit, think a little bit outside the box, get agitated a little bit to where you want to think a little bit, and even research more. It's a great thing. It's a great thing. My heart goes out to those who listen to this show, though, that, that have the health issues that we were talking about, that have things like that. And here's an idea. I know we're going to be, but there's a lot of things going on, man. I mean, it's a lot of things. We got the backpack project I'm working on to get all that stuff organized so I can let people start knowing. We've done the North Carolina and Florida. You got Thanksgiving and Christmas coming up. There's a lot of things. I would like to get to the point to where we grow our community, to where we help our own community. And I don't mean handing out freebies everywhere. I'm just saying being able to help out in areas that we can. If it's helping with medicines, we help with medicines. If it's helping, it's just helping people that need help. That's what America's about. It's about helping everybody, giving everybody not just a hand out, but a hand up, bringing everybody up. For those of you that are I'll get some jackass that'll be like, "Oh, you spent 15 minutes talking about Guardians." Well, kiss my crack. There you go. But the importance of being a Guardian is this: is there are people that listen to this show that cannot afford it, and eventually, when we get to the point where we have enough Guardians, then these people that can afford it will still be given access to our new platform. They'll still be able to, anybody will be able to watch it on Rumble and all the other social media things, but they'll have all the interruptions and all that stuff. But anyways, and then also with this new platform, we will be able to do more conferencing, more different things. Just it's really good. It's grown bigger. It's grown pretty big in not like Guardians, but just it's growing pretty big in the listeners. And I'm grateful for that. I'm grateful that I have the time to speak out to people and talk and all the good stuff. But lots of great things coming up. Great things. Also remember, DC Intel 1 is not me. DC Intel 2 is not me. You got South Korea demanding that North Korean troops leave Russia immediately because, whatever. Also, you have, I don't know if you've seen it or not, but you had the terrorist attack in Turkish defense, in the Turkish defense company. A lot of things like that going on in America. Yeah, right. In the United States. All over the world, you got all kinds of crap, but in the United States, we got all kinds of stuff going on. So NESARA. This will probably be my last gig here. But anyways, this is the National Economic Security and Recovery Act. And from everything that I have seen on it, here's the thing. It's real. Okay. It's real, guys. Yesterday, I made a statement and said, everything comes with a price. Okay? Everything comes with a price. Let's see here. Can you set up a way that we can donate to others to be guardians and allies to pay? Absolutely, we can. Absolutely. If you want to do, a matter of fact, if you want to do something like that, you can go to EIOBN, and in the donate button, you put in there that you're wanting to donate that to other people that can't afford it. And because I do get people reaching out to me saying, hey, I can't afford it. I would love to do something. I love what you're doing, but I just can't afford to do it. So absolutely you can. You can do, we'll set it up and call it a scholarship. How about that? By tonight, I'll have a link up on the website. That'll be called a EIOBN Guardian Scholarship, and you can do that way. Hopefully that'll work out. Let's see here. And you can sponsor. Yeah, you can sponsor other people. Anything you want to do, we'll do. But NESARA. So it's legit. It's right. I said yesterday, everything comes with a price to be paid. And that's absolutely true, because the whole thing with this was actually created in the 1990s by Harvey Francis Bernard, I believe it was. And he claimed that the proposals, which included replacing the income tax with the national sales tax, abolishing compound interest and on secured loans, returning to a biometric, to the currency, to the legitimate currency, which would result in zero inflation, and a more stable economy. And that, it sounds great. It does. It sounds great. But, it's not as easy as just saying, hey, we're switching over. This is what's going to happen. Because the whole point of that is that debt would be gone. Your debt would be gone. And, and I get it. If I was here now, I'd be like, heck yeah, I want in on that one. Debt gone, everything's gold and silver backed. Believe it or not, it still is to the point. DC, we've already paid the crappy price. You're daggone right, we have. That's why we're trying to put in a different president. And here's the thing: if you really want truth, Trump would be the one to push this quicker than it would be Kamala, if it's what he was going to do. But of course, here's the thing: anytime you bring up a bright idea, or you say, "Hey, we could do this in the future," everybody says either you're a dreamer, or you're an extremist, or either you're a conspiracy theorist. And I figured it out. I figured it out. You're either a conspiracy theorist, you're a dreamer, you're an extremist, because you dream and you dare to dream outside the box that has been put around you. God forbid the people decide, hey, you know, we're not going to let other people, United Nations, control our country. We're not going to let that happen. We just did this with North Carolina. We just did this. Hey, FEMA, suck a log. We're out of here. We don't need you. We're going to take care of this. And because of that, people are labeled as extremists, conspiracy theorists. Oh, well, they're conspiracy that we're going to come in and do this. Well, yeah. And you know what? The only person that should be blamed for the conspiracy theory title and the thought process about conspiracy theorists is this. The United States government of America. The conspiracy is this. What if we had a better America? Wow. The conspiracy is this. What if we didn't we quit taking in all kinds of migrants and illegals? What if we made our borders safe? What if we changed our own economy? What if we exercise our right to free speech and exercise our freedoms? What if we decide that we no longer want a race-baiting vice president trying to be president? Oh, you're a conspiracy theorist. What? I'm a conspiracy theorist because I dare to dream outside the box? Really? I dare to dream outside the box. So therefore, the United States government and those kookballs say, you're all crazy conspiracy theorists because you think that you can create something better. You think that you can create something better than a nuclear plant to run electricity. Well, yeah, we can. It's already been done. Well, why haven't I seen it? Well, talk to your senators and all these people that have said they was working for you but have shot down all these plans. Thank you, federal government, for labeling us a conspiracy theorist because we want to believe in something great. We want to believe that we have med beds. We want to believe we have the wealth. We want to believe we have a better America. We want to work for something great. Do you see what's going on? Because you have decided to be a dreamer and put actions to your dreams, we're now called conspiracy theorists. And that's been the biggest thing with NESARA. It's it's a conspiracy theory. It's a conspiracy theory. These are people since the 2000s. It's more like a cult. It's a cult like the conspiracy theory people. You know, and all they're wanting to do is promote the internet personality of someone. Are you serious? No. Here's the thing. The Economic Security and Reform Act, it was suppressed by George W. Bush administration and his Supreme Court at that time. So do you know what that means? That means it exists. It means that a Democratic president is the one that shot that down. I think you're about to get your questions answered about NESARA. Is it going to happen? You're about to find out with Donald Trump. Now, let me say this before everyone gets, oh, hallelujah, my debts are paid off. Everything comes with a price. Nothing is free. Nothing is free. If you believe that it's all going to be dumped in your lap for free just because you voted for Trump, you better think twice. I'm not saying Trump is bad. You know he's my guy, right? Yes, DC, we know he's your guy.
Thank you so much, Mickey. I appreciate that. Mickey from North Carolina works for the The Senate office up there. Let's take everything to Samaritan's Purse.
No frickin' fruit. Anyway, comes with a price. Because in the end, when you research NESARA, it's a great philosophy, great, everything great, fantastic. But nothing's free. It all comes with a price, and the price is this. Either we change now, how we do our money, how we do our savings, how we do all that stuff. We change it now. Because if we wait on the government to implement this, then it has been governmentalized. Are you following me? And everything that the government does is not for our benefit. That's why I keep saying, even though Trump, I believe 100% is going to be in there, doesn't mean the battle's over. He cannot call the shots on every single thing. Some things got to go through Congress, all that stuff has to go through the channels. And by doing that, a lot of things can get stripped down, pork, all that stuff. Big Brother's always watching you, daggone right. And not only that, we have the United Nations that we've made a pact with, that we're continuing to move towards the one world government and the one world currency. And along with that comes the one world religion. But before you shoot me down and say that's not possible, it's all possible. Oh, that's just a conspiracy. Since when? Since when? What's the old saying? Don't count your eggs until they're in the basket, or whatever it is. Beware. Beware. And that's not to shoot you down, to make you go, here I thought it was going to be great. Here I thought it was going to be great. It is great if it would be implemented the right way. But I seriously doubt it will. One of the things I saw, researched it, I'm going to end on this. I said I was going to end on the other one, but I lied. Is that in 2012, Obama, and here's, everybody's like, well, why does the news continue to say things that are not right? Why do these people get by with this? That's the big question. Why do they get by with lying to us? Why do they get by with making things up about Trump? Why do they get by? I'm going to tell you why they get by. Tell you why they get by. 2012, Obama signed HR 4310. Okay? 4310. You can go look it up. And what it did is it allowed propaganda to be used on U.S. citizens by its own government. And what it did is it repealed actually the Act of 1948, which banned the use of domestic propaganda. But Obama, the old Democrat Obama, signed this HR 4310, which allows propaganda to be used on U.S. citizens by its own government. Obama made it legal for the media. Well, how does the media get involved if you said the government? Because who do you think owns the media, guys? It's the government. That's why they can continually fill you full of nonsense. But Obama is the one that made it legal for media to purposely lie to the American people and have no consequences. That's why they don't want Trump in there. Because when Trump, the reason why they're all scared is this, and they should be very scared of the American people. because we woke up. It's because Trump isn't just running against Biden, Harris and Walz or whoever. He's running against the Clintons, Obamas, Fox News, CNN, MSN, NBC, ABC, NPR, Soros, Black Lives Matter movement, Antifa, whoever else you want to put on that list. That's who he's against. But let me rephrase that. That's who they're against us. And when I say us, I mean this. We're running for president. Trump just has to be our spokesperson. That's why it's important to vote. Because we are not, it ain't just Trump's running. If he loses, if he don't lose, you understand that? If he wouldn't win, he don't really lose. He's still a millionaire. He can go out and buy his life and retire and do his thing. This is the presidential election of we the people. MAGA. Yep. Those are MAGAs again. Damn right it's us. Those Patriots. Yep, it is. Come grab my weapon off my side and I'll show you what a Patriot is. We're not running against these. Trump is not running against these people. We are. So from here on out, you need to think of this. This isn't Trump's America. Trump is the American people's spokesperson for us. I am running for president. You are running for president. Every one of us is running for president to make America great again. So if I want to go down, a proud deplorable, you daggone right. Hillary, what a cunt. I swear. Couldn't stand her when she said that. But we're running for president, not Trump. He just happens to be our spokesperson. By tonight, I'll have a link up or a place up to where you can do sponsors or scholarships, whatever you want to call them, to help other people become guardians. We can do that. We are seriously moving towards this other platform. I believe it's going to be a big, big help to us. Keep frustration down and more control over bots and all that good stuff. Also, only one DC. That's me. I will not be sending you emails in the chats. That's not legit. Report that person. If you email me or send a response and I email back, then that's how it's going to happen. But it ain't going to happen any other way. Anyway, I hope everybody has a great day today. It is Wednesday, which is a couple days away from the election. Woohoo! I do believe we are going to do an election party, virtual election party, if you want to call it that. We'll do it here live. Have a great time in that. But anyway, have a great rest of your day. Keep your head up. We win, and Donald Trump is your president.